Oh yeah, how are you? Good afternoon, my viewers. Okay, I believe we're doing fine. Quick one, we'll be going straight to the guide to conception. I put together A to Z guide to conception. All right, let's go ahead. We have number one, abstaining from smoking and excessive drinking. Number one is abstinence, abstaining from drinking and smoking. Excessive smoking and drinking has a lot in the impact negatively to fertility. All right, number two is B. Letter B is standing for nothing else than the balanced diet aspect of it. So now your balanced diet has to do with the rich whole foods, whole grains. Do you understand? All right, the vegetables you have to do, the essential nutrients you have to focus on. So that's number B. That is what B stands for in this my guideline. B stands for balanced diet and nutrition. All right, my C stands for cervical mucus awareness. You have to know the cervical mucus awareness. You have to know what your cervical mucus is saying at every point in time. You have to understand the tracking of your cervical mucus, the production to identify fertile window. That is my C. C stands for cervical mucus awareness. The number D, determine ovulation. So letter number D is determining your ovulation, being able to use some predict kits to attain your basal temperature, your body basal temperature. All those things are among the things you need to determine your ovulation, and fertility apps as well. Those are the essential things you need. So I call it letter D, determining your ovulation. So get it right. Letter E has to do with emotional well-being and stress management. Do you understand it now? Letter E stands for your emotional well-being. If you are having issues with your husband, if you are having emotional issues, if you are having certain issues that is bringing down your emotions, listen now, I tagged it letter number E. No to it. Emotional well-being is what you have to look at. Practice stress reducing techniques like meditation, your yoga, and the rest of it. Deep breath exercise. Trying to make sure that your mood is always intact. Be happy at every given time. Remove emotional stress from yourself and be able to maintain the well-being of your emotional state. Manage your stress very, very well. Letter number F is nothing else but the folic aspect of it. All right, letter number F, I go again. Folic acid and prenatal vitamins. You need those prenatal vitamins so that you have support for your fetal development and prevent birth defects. So my folic acid, which is the letter F, is standing for your folic acid and prenatal vitamins. You have to take your folic acid serious to be able to have your full birth. You have the term of your child. After the term, the full term, you see that your baby is healthy. Do not joke with your folic acid. All right, the letter number G is nothing else, is getting enough sleep. It stands for getting enough sleep for me. That is my letter number G. Remember, we are talking about A to Z put together, a guideline for conception. Number 3. Okay, the next one is, it has been so much interesting in this very topic. The put together, I have done so much work to it. Do you understand? Trying everything possible to make conception a little bit easier by putting those guidelines, A to Z guidelines. You have to hack into. If you just try this, if you maintain those guidelines, it's over. If you maintain it, the road to it is just almost done. All right, we've talked about the letter N, which is nutrition, and the supplements, which I've already mentioned. The dietary aspect of it, you can actually add up your folic acid and the rest to help you. There are magnesium, selenium, zinc, a lot of them that will really help you. A lot of this, and vitamins that can actually help you enhance your fertility at every given point, no matter the age. All right, let's go to the letter P, because we've actually talked about optimizing the semen quantity and quality as well for men. We've talked about the plan and preparation you have to actually do, discussing your goals and expectations and any support you actually, or any concern with your partner that you have to discuss completely for you to get what you need for you to enhance the road to this conception. Make it as easy as possible. Okay, the letter P is planning and preparation. You have to prepare your mind. The letter Q stands for the quality time and intimacy you have to have with your husband. So you have to create time for this very conception. You have to create and prioritize your quality time together, the intimacy, increase it so that your hormones will balance naturally, your hormones will balance naturally as well. We'll talk about the R, letter R. What does this letter R stands for? Me is reduce exposure to toxins. Letter R is exposure, reducing exposure to toxin. Just hear that you have to look at those environmental factors, the pollutions and the rest of it that could be affecting you. So you have to look into it and then get every single thing done as well. So we'll look at the letter M. What does it stand? The letter X, what does it stand for? We have to talk about the stress management technique. How do you manage your stress? The stress management can actually be done by what you put in your mind. The choice you make for yourself, the decision you make for yourself. Decide to wake up on time after you've had long sleep of about 7 to 8 hours. I've discussed that before. And then make sure that your mind is so settled. Make sure as you wake up, you've prayed, you've done some exercise, drink your water immediately. Those exercise techniques that reduces a lot of stress from you. Do you understand? You have to work it out yourself. You have to look at the earth and then get fulfilled inside of you, mentally and psychologically, knowing fully well that this life you've come to live it well completely as well. All right, to look at the letter T. What does this letter T stand for? Me, the letter T stands for me and is applicable for you as well. Letter T stands for timing and frequency of intercourse. So we're talking of letter T, the timing aspect of the intercourse. Do you understand? You have to optimize your timing. You have to optimize it. You have to increase your intercourse frequency. You have to increase it so that it will collide with your body system after you've actually timed yourself and gotten your fertile windows. So we'll look at letter U. What does this letter? I hope this information is actually impacting. So look at letter U. What does letter U stand for? Letter U stand for you to understand and manage underlying infertility issues and address it. Addressing the issues that could be as a result of low sperm count or ovulation disorders, which I've discussed before, which could be associated to thyroid dysfunctions, could be associated to hormonal imbalance because of your insufficiency, the insufficiency you're having with your vitamins. The load of your vitamins are low. If your nutritional values is not actually stable, you're not taking your nutrients very serious, prioritizing it will keep affecting. So if you look at this, then we are settled. Look at the V aspect of it. Letter V stands for your vitamins and minerals. You have to increase all the essential minerals you need, your calcium, your vitamin D3, your zinc as well. You have to increase your 3D as well, increase your folic acid, increase your biotin and the rest of it, your vitamin B6, B12 and the rest, many of it, and then all this are settled. Then we'll talk about this after it. We're talking about the W letter. What does W letter stand for? It's about your weight management. How do you go about this letter W and management of your weight? You have to reduce eating late at night. You have to reduce eating heavy food at night. You see swallow, you see those apple, you see those gari, and the rest of it. You have to decrease the way you take it. Make sure you're taking from 6-7. Make sure you're taking light meals so that the digestion will go proper, and every hormones that is supposed to work and vitamins being absorbed in your system will go very, very well, and the things we need and the secretion and absorption will go settled, and the ovulation will seek for will come. The menstrual cycle, when it comes, is come. The luteinizing hormone that is supposed to take care of certain things in the body, especially that of the ovulation, will equally set in and be produced very well in the system. And then, regardless of all, we actually have to look at the letter X. Letter X stands for X factor, unknown factors. Beware of those unknown factors like PID, and seek out for all those unknown factors like genetic factor, environmental factors, all those factors that can actually impact fertility. So you have to look into it. The polluants around, those things could actually be another issues you have to look at. So those things I'm talking about, if you actually start picking them one after the other, you see that our case is settled. We'll look at the letter Y. Letter Y stands for your yoga and your mind-body practice. You have to make sure that your body and mind are together. Stop being unnecessarily stressed off. Don't stop being, it's just, if you're not in the right track, if you're not meeting up with your health professionals, you don't have counselors to actually take up your course and then be able to direct you well, be able to give you the informations you need, and then circle out whatever issues that you're having and identify it through diagnosis and then get you treated. So please incorporate all those mind and body exercises you're supposed to do, the support you're supposed to give to yourself, and manage stress well. Do you understand? Practice yoga. It has a lot. The meditations there has a lot to heal you. Then we'll look at nothing other but the Z aspect of it. What does this Z start for? Zero in on your goals. You have to zero your goals. You have to zero your mind from negativity, zero your mind from no that will be affecting you, zero your mind from certain issues or the encounters you've had so far concerning fertility or the miscarriages you've had so far. You have to zero in on your goals and then focus and commit yourself very well for this conception, and the goals which you desire will actually come. And don't hesitate to seek for counseling and consultation. We're always there. Call us up, chat us up. Our WhatsApp number is there. You can actually chat us up and get more of this. Don't forget to subscribe. This is Sissy Natural Therapy. We'll stand here and continue to stand by you to give you all those health package you need at every given time, so that you take charge of your health, and we'll keep on supporting you. We're always there to hear you. We're always here. Don't forget to comment, keep on commenting and encourage us more. So at last, we all will thank God for all this. Thank you very much. Thank you for the subscription and following. Thank you. All right.